morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This, of course, is Wayasti. Captain Wayasti. Captain Log. New game coming to the channel. That's an old game that's coming to the channel. Alright, so Star Trek Online is going to be added to the channel. Doing info, events, yada yada yada. So what is Star Trek Online? Well, let me tell you. Star Trek Online is a space... Ooh, laggy. Star Trek Online is a space and ground adventure. Basically, it's built in the Star Trek universe. I am going to change character. Yes. Basically, what you do is pretty simple. You start out with a new character. Now, you may not have all the characters I have. One thing I do like about the game, though, is Star Trek Online actually gives you the option to do a life membership. Which means from time to time they bring out this lifetime membership. It's like maybe $200-300, but you never have to pay for a membership. It's technically free to play for Xbox, PlayStation 4, and the PC. But if you want like tiny little extras here and there, you know, you have to buy them in the C-store. So you can be part of Starfleet. And you have all these different... I'm not a girl. You have all these different races to pick from the Star Trek universe. Let me go back so you can see him. And again, as you can see, some of them you would have to buy. You see the little Z. The little Z at the top right-hand corner of some of the characters. They have a little Z. That means that you would have to pay Zen, which is basically you have to pay for it. And there's that one, and there's that one. Now this is for lifetime members only. You have to have a lifetime membership to get a board captain. Just throwing it out there. And you can even, whoops, Vulcan. Go here and actually use this to create your own alien species. Like literally you can make your own species. Then of course you can either be Starfleet or you can be Klingon. And as you can see, Klingon has all these. I'm not going to sit here and go through all of them for you. It would take too long. Again, they have a lifetime subscriber Borg character. Then you can be the Romulan Republic. Now, the interesting thing about the Romulan Republic, when you hit a certain rank, you go through the Ramen Reman story, you either branch off and be Starfleet, or you branch off and you're Klingon. You get to work for one of these two factions, which is really, really interesting. And, you know, you can be different ones. That, of course, is a buy only, the Reman. And then that is lifetime member. And then there's that one. Now, the next one is the old Star Trek Starfleet character. Now, this one is going to be locked down to certain characters that you would only see in the original. As you can see, the original Enterprise, you saw a little original shuttlecraft, everyone's in their original outfits. Basically, you're a time guy. You're like a temporal agent, basically. You go through time and you go back into the future when everyone else is playing to play for the Starfleet Academy. Or the Starfleet themselves. And then, of course, the new one. I have not looked into this yet, so I can't say much about it, but it's the Jim Hadar. That's the Changelings and all that. That's a Deep Space Nine thing. And you can now make one of those characters. I haven't made one yet, so I'm not really sure what it really entails. But I'll look into that and get back to you about that. I'll probably make a video about each class or each faction and the races within the factions. Now, once you've picked a specific character you want to be, and you've whatever, you know, I'm going to be an alien, blah blah blah. Then you either pick engineer, science, or tactical. An engineer is, builds generators, turrets, can help with shields and hull a little bit, not much. They fly the biggest ships out there, or generally fly the biggest ships out there. These are the guys who basically are like the technical know-it-all people. Then the next one is the science. Science officers, basically, they do the buffs, the debuffs, the shield repairs, stuff like that. And they can help out both the specific player and the player's team of other players, and the NPCs. Then, of course, the last one is the tactical. We all know what the tactical is. The tactical is the guy who has the firepower, the shooting, the combat, stuff like that. They could disappear, reappear, and fight, They get down and dirty on the front line, basically. Then, of course, you go to appearance. And now, since we picked an alien, we get all these presets. Now, you can go to here, click head. It's lighting up down there on the bottom right hand corner. Here, let me actually do this for you real quick. Capture cursor. Here we go. There we go. Now you can see the cursor. So you go down here to head, and under head you can pick all these different heads, or you can go here, pick your own head, and he's probably going to look extremely ugly. You can pick whatever you want from here. You can pick whatever you want from here. And that's basically, if you look, that's the skin tone that's going on there. See, like spots, stripes, all that. And then you've got the color, which you can pick. And this is the intensity. That's raised. That's inside. See how that goes out and into the head? And then the forehead type, you have lots of forehead types. So if you make your own alien, you have a huge amount of selections that you can do. I mean, you've got the base complexion, which is like huge. You've got your forehead detail. I mean, you have all these options, and you can go through so many options. You can click on body. You can change your body in like so many ways. You can take your uniform. Change your uniform to, zoom out. Take your uniform. Do whatever you want. Like jacket loose. And now some of the options I have you won't have at the beginning. I'm just showing them to you that eventually there are just stupid amounts of stuff that you can do, and you can just go straight through. Then you go to your background. Basically you enter your name, your captain's name. Then you enter your actual formal name of first, middle, and last name. You don't have to have a first, middle, last name. It's just an option if you want it. Then you put it in what order people will see it. Last, first, middle, last. Then you name your ship, because you're gonna get a ship, because it's space and ground combat. Then a biography. Basically, the biography is your character. There's a lot of people that actually roleplay in the Star Trek Online universe. This is a good example of that. Alright, so we're gonna go back, because that's gonna drive me nuts. Having to make another character. Because as you can see, I already have my temporal agent. I have Corey Boss, the Klingon. I have 5 of 9. which is my regular Starfleet character. Waylon, I don't know why I made him. I was bored one day, I think. My Romulan, and my other Romulan. One Romulan works for the Starfleet, and one works for the Klingons. I just don't remember which is which. So we're gonna go back to him. Now, there are different things that you can do within the world. Once you get done, you're basically going to go through story features. Sort of like how on Mondays I do a storyline of Guild Wars 2. It's the same thing. It's an MMORPG, so it's going to have aspects and concepts of storylines. So, of course, this one also... Give me 1 second. I've got some stuff to work on here. What is it I'm collecting? Oh, that one. I think there was another one. No. Okay. Okay, so we'll worry about that later. That's just in-game stuff. Don't pay any mind to it. I'm just acknowledge, collect.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Yay! I'm a 63. They changed the level since I've been on last. So. All right. So what? Oh, there's another one. Okay. There. We happy now? Okay. So, basically, there is a story right here. There's episodes. For me, it started at Agents of Yesterday on this character. Then it went to the Klingon War, Wastelands, Romulan Mystery, Cardassian Struggle, Breen Invasion, Borg Advance, New Romulus, yada yada yada. It's always, this part will, a lot of this will be different depending on what faction you work for. But once you get into these right here are always the same for every faction because they learn that they have to team up. Now the whole point, if you know Star Trek, is the Federation and the Klingons have basically clashed together. And they started a war. And this was the war between them. It's after all the other Star Trek shows. After Deep Space Nine and all that, Worf's an ambassador and all that stuff. This is basically the Earth space dock that I'm on now. So you can do you can do ground combat, you can do space combat, you can create your character any way you want. This is just a really short video explaining that this game is going to be coming to my series or to my channel. When there's events, you know, I'll be putting them on there, like the summer events, the winter events, stuff like that. You're going to be seeing, like, if they add anything, like special items to the C-Store or anything. The C-Store basically is this right here. Basically, you can buy stuff. You can buy ships. You can buy duty officers. You can buy items. Like, that's kind of cool. The Jim Hadar suit right there. That's an EV suit, a environmental suit that takes you outside and all that. You can get services, extra characters, extra shared bank slots, bridge officer slots, stuff like that. You can get boosters, appearance items. You can get personnel. You can get promotions, legacy unlocks if you have a legacy. Now, another thing about this, it does have shared bank accounts. So, you can go over here and from one character to another, there's a lot of things that you can share from one character to another, and you would put it inside your shared bank slot. I mean, this game has a lot more to offer than people realize. Like right now, the Ryza summer event, which I'm going to try and get into if I can, but I may have started a little too late. But I'm going to try and get some of that in there. But the Ryza event that's going on right now, account bank inventory. I'm just putting some boosters in here. Item is bound to you and may not be moved to your account bank. Alright, whatever. Jerk. Alright, so, apparently I can't do that. I got some ships here too, that's really cool. And like I said, I'm on the PC version right now because that's where my lifetime membership is. You cannot, and I don't know how to stress this any more than I can. You cannot have a lifetime subscription on the PC and expect it to transfer over to your Xbox version or your PlayStation version, and vice versa. What you get on Xbox, what you get on PlayStation, what you get on PC, they're all separated from one another because of the fact that we're so far ahead on the PC version that they felt it would be unfair for us to jump right over to the console version and just start wiping people out. There's PV, player versus environment, ground and space. There's player versus player, ground and space. There's a trade place to go to, a little trade market, player trade market, exchange market, whatever you want to call it, that you can go to buy stuff from other players. There's in-game stores, there's event stores, there's all kinds of stuff. When you get to the end game, everyone's like, well, there's nothing to do once you get in game. Really? Because look, at end game, I got myself a puppy dog. Oh, look, at end game, I got myself a little dinosaur. And that's a C-store item. And this is a membership for being a veteran. And no, that's a white cat. I don't remember where I got the cat. There's lots of things you can do. Lots of things you can buy and see and interact with. What is this? Oh, it's an party amplifier. What does this do? Forces every player in the area to start dancing, and sometimes even the NPCs. You can get a tribble. If you know what a tribble is, very first episode of the original Star Trek. It's called Trouble with Tribbles. Let's just put it this way. Don't let these things breed. Alright, so this is just a quick little thing. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't tried this game, you really should. It's actually pretty fun. I'm probably going to put it on my Xbox and play a little bit on there as well as on here. Just to show you kind of some of the stories and everything that goes on with this stuff, and show you from a free-to-play aspect, and then this will be my paid membership aspect of everything. Alright, so don't forget, this is your last chance, being that it's Sunday, to go for that contest. And all you have to do is put the words "add me," and I will put them right here. Add me. See, right down here. Right here. Add me. Add me means basically you put that in there in the comment section of anything that is not a live stream video. And from Monday to today, any video you see that's not a live stream, you do that, and basically what happens is you get put into the contest. One name will be drawn on probably Wednesday. It'll be announced hopefully Friday, and basically you will win a random skin for one of the weapons of the Sea of Thieves game, 5 days Xbox Live Gold free, and 5 days of Xbox Game Pass for free. So if you want that and you play the Xbox, you might want to try and go for it. And honestly, try the game. If you've never tried this game, try it. It's actually kind of fun. Yes, it's a little more complicated on the consoles because you have all these controls that you have to swap through and everything. But you're going to try it. You understand me? You're going to try it. Or else I'm going to shoot you. Thought I had a sword. Alright, so go ahead, enter the contest. Don't forget, subscribe, notification icon, thumbs up that like button. Feel free to share this on your social medias, your Facebook, your Twitter, whatever you want. Go ahead, help support me, get me going here. Help me to make my channel better. Give me some opinions on what you want to see, what you want to see me do. Remember now, I work paycheck to paycheck. I don't have as much spare cash as most people do, so I am limited to what I can do. All right, so it's been Captain Corvus Wayasti saying Captain's Log, later days.